Ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning. After listening to Mr. Shiv Khera and, a very motivational and inspirational interaction what we had with him, I feel that it's the time when we come back to the main inaugural theme of the conference. It is my privilege to be here on the 4th edition of Indian Education Congress. The journey of this Congress has been very encouraging, very close to us at Eschan Group. And we remember the very first time when Mr. Gaurav Maria and Sachin, they came up with the idea of hosting Indian Education Congress. And we at Eschan Group, who have been associated with education for last 75 years, celebrating our Platinum Jubilee this year, at that time thought that education has been a social purpose for us, a social cause for us, and behind that, it was a business for us. And it also mattered more, it made sense at that time because the whole business of education was emerging, and we thought that if we can bring all the stakeholders together to a forum like this, a serious dialogue can take place. At the same time, a network could be established. The objective, what we had, and I think it is moving in the right direction, was to create a debate, establish a network, and share best practices, understand from failures, and look at how the education business is going to move forward. What is more critical for us is to look at certain things which have happened or which are going to happen in future. And one of the main thoughts which have to be shared today in this keynote session was on the 12th plan and the policy of education and where it is going forward. I'm not going to talk to you about the focus of the past government. I'm not going to talk to you about what is going to happen in future. But there are certain factors which I feel are very, very important for education entrepreneurs to know and also to understand that where we could have gone wrong. Today, if you look at the 12th plan, I had the opportunity to be a part from the private sector in both the task forces for school education and higher education. What I found was missing was, yes, there is a focus. The government has done much in terms of primary education, Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan. We are talking about higher education now. But what we are doing and what we are moving forward towards is to ensure that more and more people get educated. We are talking about setting up institutions. We are talking about increasing gross enrollment ratios. But what we are not looking at are the certain factors which are more critical for sustainability in education in long run. I recall going through a video on TED presentation by renowned educationist and education scientist Dr. Sugata Mitra. And what he summed up beautifully was that if you look at Indian education system pre-independence, it was a derivative from the requirements of British rule. And what British needed at that time was a human computing machine across the Commonwealth, which could do certain mundane jobs to keep that empire running. And our education system pre-independence was totally dependent on that. If you look at post-independence, what has happened was that the whole focus was to keep the big public sector enterprises running. And the education focus was to make professionals who could go and work in these public sector organizations. If you see the last 2 decades of 20th century, we moved towards manufacturing. And the focus of education was to have more technical professionals who could go and work in manufacturing sector. But if you look, and if you look very, very critically today, India has a big challenge. Because what has happened is that from an agrarian society, we took manufacturing in between and we have moved to a service industry. Today's service industry or the contribution of service to GDP is much higher than any of these two segments. Now, if such is the case, and when you are talking about the government policies, I personally feel that there has never been a linkage in terms of setting up a plan which could meet this requirement, which is going to decide which way the education has to move forward. If you look at service industry also, the gap is that there is a big chunk which is coming out of small numbers in IT and ITES related services. But if you look in terms of remunerations, in terms of employment, there is a deficit there. So I feel that the 12th plan missed this very critical linkage while talking about education. Because when you are talking about taking everyone towards a graduation in a higher educational institution, I don't think that in a service kind of economy, you would need everyone to be a graduate coming out of a university. There are multiple jobs which can be done at post-secondary level. So this is my understanding of what happened in 12th plan, but I am very, very hopeful that with the new government coming in, there would be definitely an understanding of this economic and social impact which is going to generate out of our education policy. Looking at technology, yes, technology is something which is going to be an integral part of our education system. Technology is important. Technology is going to bring engagement. Technology is going to cover all aspects of education delivery. Let it be content, let it be delivery, let it be assessment, let it be analytics. Technology is going to be there. But what is more important if you look at the perspective of outreach of technology, what is going to be more important is, I feel, taking small solutions, trying to implement them and make them scalable. As a part of our group, we also are the first publishers in the country to go the technology way. But our understanding is that if you want to be in business of education, what you need to understand that you can't do everything on your own. What you can't do as on today is to be in school spaces. You cannot be a company which is going to take care of everything and then bring together and try to be successful. Last 3 or 4 years, as Ritu also shared, has been challenging for education industry. We have seen companies which have reached their peak, but they came down only for the reason, first of all, they were not patient, because education, as I said initially, is a social cause than a business. It cannot be a business which can be driven by Excel sheets. It cannot be a business where you are looking for a ROI. With this, today we have for you a panel, and this inaugural panel is very distinct because you have people who are coming from higher educational space where they have made investments, from school space, from vocational, and also you have people who have seen education as investment from a financial banking. So I hope that this session would give you an insight into his investments which have been made in education. And I also hope that this Congress is able to bring together the best practices and experiences of what has happened in education industry. I would like to put my appreciation and thanks for Gaurav, whom I didn't see today, Ritu and Sachin, and also would like to put in regard My appreciation for Himanshu Gupta and Dinesh Jhunjhunwala from our group who have believed in this Congress. Thank you very much.